Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to customize the look of a numbered list in PowerPoint. So I've got this mock PowerPoint presentation here. Let me go and just create a new slide, and I'll just default to this first layout. Now let's start off with a basic list, and it really doesn't matter what's in there. So I've got 3 items. However, I want this to be a numbered list. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, or I could just click on the border of this. By the way, clicking on the border of a group like this is the same way as selecting everything, and I'll change it over to a numbered list. But I really want those numbers to pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this time I will click and drag and select all 3 of my numbered items. I'm going to head over to my numbered list, and I'm going to go to bullets and numbering. Now I'm going to look down here at the bottom, and I'm going to change the size of these to 200% of the text, and I'm going to swap out the color to something a little bit, that dark red looks good, and then I'm going to click OK. So make those numbers look a lot bigger. However, now that those numbers are bigger, I want these to be further apart from each other. So while they're all selected, I'm going to click on my paragraph command group. I'll increase the before paragraph spacing, but I'm also going to increase the after paragraph spacing a fair amount. I want a good amount of space in between those so that they really kind of pop. And while I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size overall. Now notice if I just change the font size with the A up, the font up button, that's going to increase everything proportionally, not just the numbered text item. That looks pretty good. Now what if I wanted to continue this list to items 4, 5, and 6 on the right-hand side of the slide? I'm going to right-click in a blank area of my slide. I'm going to choose the layout option, and I will do the to content option. Cool. And to make life a little bit easier, I'm going to Control-C to copy that, and I will just paste this over. Backspace to get rid of that extra item. So it's taken over some of the styling characteristics, but not everything. But that's easy enough to remedy. If I were to select all of this, I can go to my home ribbon and the format painter and select these 3 items, and that looks pretty good. However, we still have some problems. I want this numbered list on the right to start with the number 4. So while they're all selected, I'll head to my home ribbon. I'm going to go to my bullets and numbering, and I'm going to start this at 4. I'll click OK. There we go. So I got the 4, 5, and 6. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure the text is not pushed up right next to those big numbers. Now, my ruler is already displayed. Yours may not be. So if you don't see your ruler up here, go to View and then check the ruler box to make sure you see your horizontal ruler. It's a big help when you're working with bullet and numbered lists. Okay, now that I can see that ruler, I'll just play around with this list on the left. I'm going to select those numbered items, and looking at my ruler, I'm going to click the hanging indent, which is the little arrow right there. I'm going to click and drag that a little bit to the right, and nope, I don't quite have it. Let's try that again. There we go. And I just want to move that over. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Let me move it back to the 1. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I've just created some more space there. Pretty happy with that. And again, I can select these. I can go to Home, Format Painter, and select those. Now you see that my numbers got whacked out again. No big deal. I can select, it's already selected really. I'll go back to my numbered list, go to bullets and numbering, and again, I can just change this up to 4, click OK. Now I'm satisfied with that. I've got a nice large font. I like those big numbers on there, and I think it's going to look good to the audience who's looking at this PowerPoint. And of course, we can animate these so that each one slides in individually. You know what? That won't take too long. Let's try it out. I'm going to go ahead and click on this first group. I'm going to head over to Animations, and let's see. How about if we do I guess we can just do an appear in. Now that's going to make these 3 appear in order. Notice 1, 2, 3. I got those little animate sequence numbers. I'm going to do something similar over here, and I'll click on that. I'm still in my animations ribbon. I'm going to have those appear in. And excellent, those got 4, 5, and 6. So it looks like everything worked out well. If it didn't, I would have opened up my animation pane, and I would have looked at the options here, and I could have changed out this sequence. But as it is, it's working out pretty good in its default state. Let's see how it's going to work out. I'm going to just click on my slideshow button down here, and it's going to be on mouse click. I'll just click my space bar, and I can say, okay, that's just going to appear 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. I'm going to press escape to get out of that. And of course, if I wanted to change it, instead of doing appear, I could have done something a little bit snazzier, like fade in or fly in, something like that. And for this one, let's click on the border. Notice I'm clicking on the border of that command group. For this one, I will do fly in as well, but then I'll do effect options, and I'm going to have it fly in from the right. Yeah, that'll look neat. So let me go back to slideshow mode, hit my space bar. Cool, those slide in from the bottom as the default, and then 4, 5, and 6 are going to slide in from the right as the default. I like it. So there you go. So you can style the numbers in a numbered list. By the way, you can style bullets in a pretty similar way. Thanks for hanging out with me.